And we are live. Dubs in the chat, on time, stream, on time, let's go! Twitch got a new interface, okay? Actually, don't mind the update. This episode of the Philly Phil Twitch Show is brought to you by Lipton. Since 1890. America's favorite since 1890. This video is also sponsored by viewers like you. Heavy on your contributions. Heavy on the Cash App contributions. Alright, let's start this show. Alright, Monday we doing the alternate creators, and then Thursday we can do the original ninjas, because then we can take notes. Because the way my notes is set up, they set up for the two original creators. That's why I don't never be no notes. During the alts. It's falling apart for them. Next video, these women are insane. Next, is it incel to want to be a dad? That looks good. Probably not going to be able to finish it. It's like a very long video. It's the longest video out of the 4. They know their time is running out. Which video did we pick? We'll probably just get off the first one. The first think piece.
I'm 29 and single, and I was at a bridal shower recently, sitting at a table full of women that I didn't know. Most of them were married, some of them had kids, and someone asked me, do you have kids? And I held up my left hand to show the absence of any kind of ring. I felt the need to over-explain myself, to be like, only a few of my friends are married, some of them have kids. I'm not really at that stage of life yet, because so much of our life as women.
I mean, you don't have to over-explain yourself. It's a yes or no question. You got kids or you don't got kids? Yes or no. That's all you gotta say. Yes or no, keep it pushing. No, I don't have kids.
Is dependent on this timeline to graduate, get a job, get a boyfriend, get engaged, buy a house, get married, have kids, and I have those things besides graduate.
It's dependent on the timeline, because after a certain amount of time, the baby making factory is done. It's over. Finito. No more eggs. Nothing to fertilize.
Get a job. But what I realized is that everyone's timeline looks different. I couldn't give.
After 30, 35, there's nothing to fertilize.
Her and said, no, I don't have kids, but I am a best-selling author. I'm in the new issue of Cosmopolitan. I'm going on book tour. I have a new
We do not care. Ain't nobody reading no books.
book releasing in August, but I didn't answer that way because that's not what the timeline society gives you, tells you is correct. That's not it. And I still felt like, even with all of those accomplishments and being so happy and proud of where I'm at in life, it still felt inadequate. It was nothing that she said. I know she didn't mean any harm by it. I'm just so sick of the conversation that there's one timeline that we as women have to follow, and if we don't, we're behind.
We do not care. I got a question for you, darling. When you go to bed alone in your apartment every night, do you check under the bed for that pesky society? Do you check the closet to make sure society isn't hiding there? Because from where I'm sitting, society is just this massive boogeyman that only exists to oppress you. But I hate to break it to you, sister. That's not society. That's biology. The reason why there's a timeline is because it's based on your biological clock. Youth and fertility are your two biggest assets when it comes to finding a man, and that time is finite, which normally shouldn't be an issue because being young and fertile is more than enough to get the attention of any man. But you threw all that away, and now you're sitting around with a job that's left you unfulfilled, in an apartment that you dread coming home to, and surrounded by friends who have gotten married and started having kids, which is something that you desperately want. You could have had it if you made better decisions, but sister, you did not do that. So now you go by thinking that your life is good because you're going on a book tour. But is it really? When was the last time anybody ever gave a crap about your book tour? I'll answer the question for you just to save us both some time. Nobody cares. That's because it really doesn't matter. So it's probably a good thing that you don't talk about it ad nauseum because nobody in society gives a crap.
Want to know something? Second I saw you, couldn't help but think, now there's the kind of girl I'd call a real woman.
Okay, this is probably going to piss a lot of people off, but this is a reminder that if you are in your 20s, this is not the time to find your person. If you attract them, amazing. But this is the
Bad advice. If you're in your 20s, it's the perfect time to find your partner. It's not the time to have a phase. Have a stuff my turkey phase.
it's time to build yourself, because even if you are a woman at 26, 20,
At 20, it's time to be a virtuous woman. Learn how to cook and clean and be somebody's wife. F what she's talking about. She teach you how to be hoochie mamas.
You are still being built. Your values are barely forming. You're getting to know, you value what your standards are, and making those kind of like lifelong decisions from a place of feeling fear or loneliness is how so many people end up feeling stuck. This decade is not about being chosen. It's about actually choosing yourself, learning how to be on your own 2 feet, learning how to make your own money, learning what you actually want.
Choosing yourself, to me, sounds like you're going to be by yourself. No. Bad advice. L advice. L's in the chat. L lady advice.
Your life will look like when nobody else is steering the wheel for you, okay? You do not need to rush love. You don't need to rush love, okay? When you really haven't even given yourself the opportunity, the time to actually grow into who you actually are meant to be.
No offense, but it sounds like some commie gobbledygook. Woman, if you're teetering on the brink of 30 and you have no sense of identity, values, or any direction in life, then that's a you problem. Because your 20s are not meant for self-exploration. You clearly did that, and where it got you. You're sitting in the front seat of an overpriced car, trying to convince other women to choose your path in life, and that path is known as the path of the modern life failure. And when you make videos like this, it's for 2 reasons. You're miserable and
Looks like a future cat lady. Looks like I'm staring at a future cat lady.
Love company, but also it's cold. It's not that you want other women to believe you. Instead, you want to convince yourself that the perfect love of your life, the house, the picket fence, the 2.3 politically idealized children, and a briefcase with $150,000 cash and used unmarked bills is just waiting for you around the corner. But sister, that's just not how it works. You had more than your fair share of opportunities to get a guy when you were younger, but you were too busy having fun. You loved the attention and just assumed that you were special and the party would last forever. But it never does. The party ended, and you're the annoying one trying to get everyone to stick around and party with you, but nobody wants to because unlike you, those people have lives that don't involve you making a complete mockery of yours.
This season is for building your confidence. That doesn't have to freaking disappear when somebody leaves, okay? And just building that stability so you don't have to rely on any man ever, anybody else. And more importantly than all that is just actually having a true sense of identity that feels solid to you no matter where you are or who you are with. And you know what, girls? When you stop panicking about these like timelines and you actually start investing into yourself, your work, your independence, your appearance, your experiences, everything starts to shift. Everything shifts. And when love does actually come,
we don't care about none of that. All you gotta do is be young and virtuous and not an untouched woman. You have to be pure. No Hyman, no diamond.
it means you as a whole woman. A whole woman, not someone who's still looking to be completed, and that is how you do it. That is how you do it.
Great plan. Thank you. I like your plan, Chief. Well, you've yet to answer an important question, sweetheart. Why? Why is all that so important? Why is it that you need to be independent, you need to find out who you are, and all this other garbage? Because from where I'm sitting, you focus so much on trying to figure this out, but you've gotten nowhere. You don't have anything in your life that's of any note. Sure, you got a job, a car, and maybe a house, but what else you got? Nothing more but endless bills and what I can only assume is a drinking problem in the making. And somehow you think that doing this is going to fix everything.
I see a lot of women with drinking problems. Like a lot of women that already started drinking. Like it's not even lunchtime yet. They already drunk.
You'll have an amazing life, and how is that working out for you? You're trying to convince yourself that you haven't wasted your prime years for poetic gibberish, and you know it's not working, because you just want to believe otherwise, but there's no convincing you of that. Deep down, you got this pit in your stomach, this empty void that you try to fill with TikTok videos, trinkets, and quarterly bonuses that are taxed to oblivion. And that void, yeah, it's only going to get bigger and bigger as you get older, because you know that you made a horrible decision in life. You're at a crossroads right now. You can tell young women that chasing the bag and independence isn't all that it's cracked up to be, and maybe trying to focus more on finding a good man might be beneficial, but you're doubling down and trying to bring as many women down with you, which if you ask me...
I mean, that's cool for the unattractive women, like the women that men have no interest in. It's like, oh, you seen yourself in the mirror, you know what you look like. You go ahead and chase that cat lady dream, the boss babe.
No, that's surprising. You're a modern...
You could go ahead and speed run cat ladying.
Woman, sabotaging the lives of complete strangers is the only way for you to feel any joy in your life. Yeah, that checks out. That sounds that way.
Men do not contribute 50% to the creation of life. You as a man do not contribute.
Yes, we do. Y'all have one egg. We fertilize it with one sperm. We shoot off a couple billion sperm every, you know what I'm saying, every shoot. Every elation. That's why we want multiple women, and y'all want one man, because y'all could produce one child a year, while we could make an infinite amount of babies every day.
To pregnancy whatsoever. Just
that's the
because
difference between
percent of the baby's DNA does not mean that you contribute at all to the labor required to create the baby. Pregnancy doesn't even start at the time of conception. Pregnancy starts at the time of implantation into the uterine lining. You as a man had absolutely nothing to do with that process. All you did was finish, and now you're acting as if you finishing is somehow creating 50...
And my sperms, which are still a part of me, they're my swimmers, still doing 50% of the work.
Percent of the labor required.
Hey, I know you just made some white goo, but that's the end of the line. No, lady, my white goo was alive, part of my life force, and it, you know what I'm saying, did 50% of whatever BS she's talking about.
To have a baby. And I'm not gonna act like finishing is a big feat for men. You do it every single day into that nasty, crusty sock. Women are 100% responsible for the creation of life and pregnancy. It's not his baby that you're carrying, it's your baby that you're carrying. We're not pregnant, you're pregnant.
It's our baby. That's what she's talking about.
Stop giving men the credit for the creation that you have brought into this world. You deserve to fully 100% take all of the credit because you did that, not him.
You don't. She's lying.
What?
And we will leave on that. We should have left before. The struggles of women hitting the wall at 35. Ooh, okay. Women searching for husbands in 2026. I watched that video. Oops, one video down. And men are not the prize. Women claim to decenter men. Let's combat some men decentering. Since we was already arguing with the last. It's a hot day outside. Make you a cold glass of Lipton's. It's gotta be Lipton.
Decentering men does not mean that you hate all men. It does not mean that you are anti-romance.
We need to decenter most women. Not all. Just most.
I think there's a lot of talk about how women are decentering men and realizing that male validation is useless.
To really decenter men, you can't keep talking about how much you hate.
Or men stop, what did she just say? Valuing women or something?
About how women are decentering men and realizing that male validation is useless.
To really...
Yeah, we're not validating women. We're not approaching them at the bar and saying you're cute. Most of the time, that's an empty compliment. Like, you making me say some stuff that I don't even want to say in the first place. This was fake. I lied. You're not pretty.
Decenter men, you can't keep talking about how much you hate them also.
Just trying to get in your pants.
Stop making men feel like they're prized. Tell us about it.
It seems modern women are confused. They claim to have decenter men, but they're blind that they can't see all they talk about.
They get all that attention and it's gone to their head and they think that they're the table and they're tens. It's like, no, you were lying. I was lying when I approached you.
Out is men. This false sense of fulfillment that they have is nothing more than an illusion.
My 30-year-old guy friend's dating a 24-year-old, and I was like, that's too young, like, you can't do that. And he was like, Steph, you date guys who are emotionally 14. I was like, is that problematic?
Guys like having something to chase. Real men don't care about games. Stop centering your...
I mean, we used to that. I mean, the chase used to be fun, but now the chase leads you nowhere. You chasing your tail in a circle. It's like, if I'm gonna chase something, there has to be like a end goal, like it's to catch it. You know what I'm saying? If you chase something, the end goal is to catch it. Nowadays, women just chase me, spend all this money on me, give me all this attention, and I was just waving the carrot on the stick in front of the bunny. You know what I'm saying? You was never going to be mine. We was never going to have a relationship. It was just to extort relationships out of you.
Your life around men. Stop
Let's say
altering your behaviors will taint
resources.
the man because that's a source of validation. All right, ladies, you know what time it is. It's decenter men summer, and these are the rules. Number one, that thing that you really want, we're not holding his face and waiting for a man to come in before you actually go get it. That vacation might go on, be like, oh, you got it with the guy. No, do it now. The house you want to buy, we're buying it. You want to have kids? Yeah, maybe think about it. Also, maybe freeze your eyes now. Or if you're already ready, go to the start date. We're not building our dream life around a hole for an imaginary man that may or may not show up. Number two, we're going to date like a man, which might mean just dating for the story sometimes. It might also mean that, yeah, our love life is the icing on an already rich and delicious cake.
So you could see a theme here. They talk about decentering men, but at the same time centering them, and in the same breath give terrible advice to other women they claim to be moving on, yet every conversation still revolves around what men are doing, saying, or thinking. It is a loop where independence is just a performance used.
It's like, can we have our peace? Can we be left alone?
To get a reaction, which means the man
It's all about
is
us.
in control of the narrative. This woman here is advising other women to freeze their eggs. 100% success rate, which is a dangerous distortion of reality. She frames it as the ultimate insurance policy for the independent woman, but in reality, she's selling a false sense of certainty by treating a high-stakes gap.
From the people who say they don't care about us the most, they sure do. They talk about us the most.
Like a guaranteed outcome, she is setting women up for potential heartbreak and financial ruin, all while pretending it's a move toward freedom. This decentering movement is really led by hurt women, who are often reacting to personal trauma rather than offering genuine guidance.
So when I go on a first date, I have like rules that I kind of go by to determine if I will go on another date with
Go,
them.
girl.
It's so funny how many men actually fail. Let me just name a few for you, and you tell me if this is crazy.
Oh, wow. You think we care about your imaginary rules that are in your head that you didn't, like, let anybody know? Like, how am I supposed to know the rules that are in your head? Man, we on a date. I'm getting to know you. I'm seeing if the vibe, if I like you, if you have any intelligence, or you just a bimbo, there's just nothing up there. A mouse running on the wheel. There's no brain. There's just a mouse running around on a wheel, on a hamster wheel.
If you're more than 5 minutes late on a first date, it's probably a hard no. You don't open the doors for me. You're not.
Life happens. Life's, you know. Oh, God forbid there's traffic. God forbid somebody died and is decapitated on the road, and that, you know what I'm saying, made me 5 minutes late. Next time I'll just tell that person, hey, don't get into a head-on collision and don't die and cost me 5 minutes for my date because this woman is so important.
Calling me an Uber home, and ideally you should be paying for my Uber there as well. If we're
No, it's called adulting. You gotta take care of yourself. You gotta pay for your own Uber. You gotta pay for your own transportation because you're a grown adult.
getting shared food and you're not putting the food on my plate, men just don't know how to be men. And unfortunately, I have really high expectations, so I'll probably.
So we gotta share food and I have to put food on your plate. What if you're allergic? What if you don't like this? You have arms. You have working arms. You can put your own food on your own plate.
We cannot keep putting men on a pedestal. The man is literally not the prize. I personally believe in something called a rock
Men are the prize. Put yourself on a pedestal, man. You're a prize.
star relationship. Somebody's the rock, somebody's the star. The man should almost never be the star. The man should be the rock, the one who holds a relationship together, the sturdy, the stable one. The woman, he should allow his woman to be the star.
My bears pet peeves when guys don't want to talk about like who raised you? Like it genuinely pisses me off so much. Like they don't like discussing.
Oh, music. Yeah, another demonstration of an individual who wants to complain about the problem, doesn't offer any solutions, and doesn't even seem to wonder for one moment how that behavior actually came into being, or whose fault it actually is. Because while a lot of women are very quick to blame the men in this situation, it hadn't occurred to them apparently that the reason why a lot of guys don't like to hold doors open for women anymore is because of how some women have treated them. Shocking, I know. But there are some women out there that so entitled to such treatment simply because they're women that they don't even say thank you when someone holds the door open for them. Because while someone might complain about men not having good manners, there are lots of women out there with no manners at all. And then there's those women that actually tell men that they don't need them to hold the door open for them. They even get angry or yell at them. So if a guy has that kind of experience trying to be polite for someone, what exactly makes a person think that they would repeat that again? But then again, some women don't like to take any accountability when it comes to the consequences of other women's actions.
I wonder if she feels the same way about women. Her pet peeve is when guys don't hold doors for women, and she thinks that's disgusting. A lot of these types of women have rules for men.
I hold the door for everybody. You know what I'm saying? We be in the hood. I hold the door open for the real ninjas, for the killers on the video games. They got a good KD score on video games. Lift it. Drink you some. Hot or cold, it's still tea. Clock it.
To do something for them. Disgusting. A lot of these types of women have rules for men, but not for other women like themselves. When a man doesn't jump to do something for them.
I don't have any rules for women. I'll take any woman. There's no rules. Not one rule. Just come as they are.
It offends them like it's their birthright. This reaction reveals that their independence is selective and highly conditional.
Really,
they want to be treated
no
like
expectations.
Service, yet they offer no grace or similar standards of courtesy to the people around them. It is a mindset rooted in a strange kind of narcissism, where men are viewed as tools for convenience rather than actual human beings. If a woman doesn't hold a door for her,
yeah, it's like we kind of see it. We kind of see that we being used. That's why men are off women. It's like I'm cool with being used, and then after I'm not useful, I'm just, you know what I'm saying, tossed to the side of the road.
She likely wouldn't give it a second thought. But because a man didn't do it, it becomes a personal slight and a sign of societal decay. This proves that she is still viewing the world through a strictly gendered lens, where her ego is tied to how much men are willing to labor for her.
The real guys is all those women that shout from the rooftops that they decenter men, hate men and whatnot. In their efforts to decenter men, they're quite literally centering. I don't think I've ever seen a content creator that talks about decentering men, but that's not the pillar of content within their platform. Usually a third of their videos have to do with them hating men or decentering that. The real girls who decenter men don't even talk about it. Men are so not a part of their life to the point where they don't even realize that they're not a part of their life. Those are the real women that have decentered men.
I think there's a lot of talk about
the women that are centered around men, and then the women that really are decentered men. It's like you couldn't even talk to her. If I talked to her, she would just ignore you. She would look you in your face for 1 second, and then go back to ignoring you, like you don't exist. Like the real women that they're talking about, it's like they're fully committed L words. You know what I'm saying? They do not see men.
How women are decentering men and realizing that male validation is useless, but what we haven't yet talked about is the fact that the majority of men still center men. I think it's great that a lot of women don't care about what men think anymore, but a lot of men still deeply care about what other men think of them. Men will do things for other men, they'll do things in hopes to get approval from other men. It's definitely ingrained in our society for both men and women to seek approval from men.
I don't do nothing for nobody else. I do ish for me, but in the back of my mind, there's what will everybody else think, I guess, but I don't care. But it is little 20% of that in the back of my head. Everybody else, sure.
Waking up out of that and realizing that doesn't matter, but I still feel that the vast majority of men haven't realized that yet. For example, the whole idea of wanting a family, having a wife and kids, kind of being the most ultimate thing in life for a lot of men. That's because that's an expectation.
Because that is that's the point of life.
Or a standard that was set by the patriarchy. Men will go their whole life seeking this out because that's what was told to them by other men, by the men who set the standard. I also think there's definitely more layers to this one.
Yeah, this woman has no idea what she's talking about. There isn't a majority of men out here doing things to impress other men. And again, this is yet another woman decentering men. But the topic of the conversation is men. This woman says that men will start a whole family just to impress men, which is such a delusional reach that it borders on comedy.
That's GAF. I just want a family to impress other men. No, I want a family for me. I want a family to continue the lineage.
She's essentially claiming that men are willing to sign up for 18 plus years of financial responsibility, sleepless nights, and emotional labor just to get a nod of approval from their friends at a bar. It shows a complete lack of understanding of how human motivation works and ignores the fact that most men, just like women, are looking for actual love, stability, and a sense of legacy. By pushing this narrative, she's actually doing the exact opposite of what she claims to be about. She's spending her life's energy trying to get inside the heads of men, creating these bizarre, villainous backstories for every life choice they make. If you are sitting around inventing complex psychological conspiracies about why men have children, you are the furthest thing from decentered.
Alright, let's get this crazy ninja. We don't got time to pick a video, so we're gonna just pick the latest one. And I watched one of the videos, so it was only 3 of them.
Guys, I'm low-key freaking out.
He's talking spicy. Look, this video is not even monetized. Straight into the video. That's how you know this man talking spicy.
And I haven't been really scrolling, and I forgot about the app. So today I just went on, and I have a few likes. Oh, guys, I'm 37.
Pass the wall.
I just want to meet someone who's my age. Give or take 35 to 40 would be
37. Welcome back to the channel, guys. Dating at 37, there you have the look, guys, of dating in your late 30s. Please don't laugh, guys, right? This is a serious matter. This woman's freaking out.
I need the other. I need what's the video they hit when he be like 37? I need that one.
Pathetic. And let's see the rest of it.
But I am getting.
I don't know the name of it.
50-something-year-olds or 23-year-olds. Am I doomed?
Yes.
Like, are all men my age married? Did I miss a window?
She's Asian though, so like Asian, they get past the loopholes. So I'd still crack.
Do I only have option of raising a boy into a man, or
I'd still crack her nut.
dating a divorcee?
Nutcracker.
With 2 kids and he's getting a second wind in life? I don't know. I'm freaking out.
So, just like that one time I tried to end it all, guys, this woman missed the window. Certain. She's 37, the men quite 37. I'm not interested in dating a 37-year-old. Alright? The guys who are interested are younger guys who don't have options at all, so they will hit anything that moves. Or guys who are 50, and in their eyes you're attractive, right? Because they're dating like 15 years younger. But the guys who are 37, yeah, they're dating the 20-year-olds. This woman, guys, age out of her dating options. Yet another oopsie daisy, I waited for too long scenario. Love to see it, guys. What a way to start my day. But here's a way to start your day. A woman, guys, will tell you how to improve your dating life. Her name is Crystal Uchiha. So apparently she's from the Naruto clan Uchiha, guys. She's gonna do some eye magic on you. Holy fuck, guys. Cover your eyes. But anyway, there's this comment from a man. He says, number 1, be good looking. Number 2, be tall. Number 3, have a wife brain. Number 4, have a deep voice. Yeah, that pretty much cuts it. I will have number 5, be a douchebag. That's like a perfect mix for a woman. Let's see what this one says.
It's so funny, but just literally proves my point that like people would rather focus on what they can't change than actually do something, like actually change. So they just like have this victim mindset, like, well, I can't be naturally good looking or get taller, or have a wide frame, or have a deep voice, so I'm screwed. And it's like, well, you can actually like literally do a million other things to make yourself like, feel better, look more attractive, be more confident, like have a better mindset. But none of you guys want to have that conversation. Like the people that are like this, not all of you, but none of the people like this want to have that conversation because then they actually are responsible for their own life. And
No, I don't have that conversation because I'm not improving shit for women. I'm already way superior than the average woman. The average man, guys, is way superior than the average woman. Reason being, men possess accountability and reason. That's already enough, right? Let's not mention that men are usually morally better, right? So yeah, I'm not doing shit. Like, even if I was overweight and like 5'4", I'm not moving a little finger for these women, guys. Women are not worth it. They think that just because they're pretty guys, everything is sold. That's literally what they go off on. Oh, I'm pretty good, that's it. I've provided my part of the deal. It's like, no, nobody care. Men, they say they're superficial. They don't care that much about beauty. Like, if you're a piece of shit, nobody wants to put up with you. So yeah, I'm not gonna be tall and good looking and white frame and deep voice and then improve another 2,000 things so I can date the average bimbo dumbass that is gonna leave me regardless in 2 months' time. The magic is gone, you know.
no one wants to be responsible for their own life. There's people that are willing to do it and no one wants to do it. If you are, I promise you, like, this mentality gets you nowhere. And if you change and you take control over the things that you can control, you have a say in how your life goes, and how you're perceived, and how you feel. It's not easy. It's not, everyone can say, it sounds so easy. It's not easy. It's simple. It's not easy, it's simple. This is so crazy.
Yeah, guys, this is the equivalent of like a slave master going into a dungeon of malnourished people swimming in their own shit rivers and telling them, hey, if you strive and you try to, beat the game, you will maybe afford a piece of stale bread at the end of the day, you know? Like, if you keep working your ass off and you keep trying as hard, it's not easy. It's not easy, but it's achievable. If you all do it, I may not fuck your wife this night, you know? Maybe won't grape your family, maybe I'll even give you some food, how about that? It's like, you're not getting it. The work is not worth it. This woman is like, guys, work harder. No, you're not getting it. The work itself is not worth it, let alone work harder. These women are the prize, guys. Like, you're not doing this, mind you, for some virgin women, guys, with traditional values, with virtues of elegance, and purity and patience. You're not doing that for her. You're doing this for the average woman that comes pre-fucked with a body count in the double digits, right? There's going to be obnoxious, that is going to go to parties, that doesn't know how to handle a relationship, that doesn't want to be supportive or nurturing, right? That's who you are doing it for. And men have said it's not worth it. But these women, guys, they keep missing the point. Oh, you gotta work harder. Dude, not only am I competing for a piece of shit, but also it's like extremely competitive. I have to pull a peak Mike Tyson performance in order to back the average hoe. Fuck off. But anyway, fellas, what do we have here? Well, don't worry, guys, it is not about this, but oof, take a look at that. Like, when I said I like golf girls, do you agree, guys? Are you like, hell yeah, Or are you like, what is this weirdo talking about? I mean, take a look at this, guys. This is the peak of female performance. Doesn't get any better than this, lads. Right, let's take a look. There's like multiple of them in this video.
I'm looking on first date, so if that's a deal breaker for you, I'm gonna say probably split it even.
Oh, take a look at all of them. It's like the golf girl convention. This one is the best of them. By the way, I've seen this one on Instagram.
I'm definitely clapping the golf girl. If you talking about.
I don't know if they're real. They're really good guys. Oh my lord, just take a look at this.
You're my queen for sure.
Then why not pay your tax?
Take a look at them. Here's like a mere model, and here are the golf girls. Look at the lineup, guys. My lord.
Pay my tax.
I liked him so much when he came out and he started talking.
Did you see this woman? She has the vampire teeth.
Talking.
I did just see them.
I'm sorry.
It's crazy to me. Okay, guys, before we proceed on to the worst take ever, how do you like golf girls? They just speak. The doesn't get better, guys. So good. And you know what I like about golf girls is that if they put out the makeup, I literally won't recognize them. Like, if I see these women without makeup, guys, I literally won't know who they are. But I know there's just something so mystical, guys, about them being golf girls.
How a lot of you want women to give you a chance, but you don't even want to do the bare minimum. God, I really want to get a chance with her. I want to talk to her. I want to start dating, but I'm not going to pay for the first date. I don't like paying for the first date. Every time I hear a man say that, it's like either he's broke or he doesn't have the right intentions, or both. For me, if I meet a woman that I really want to get to know, I'm going to pay for the first date. Okay, I'm going to pay for the second date. I'm going to pay for the...
See, he ain't been around women, that's why. I could tell. He ain't been finessed by women.
third date, because I'm pursuing, I want to get to know her, and she's taking time out of her day to spend time with me. But anyway, I honestly feel like if you don't want to pay for the first date, you should not be dating, okay? You should not even be wasting the woman's time. I'm telling y'all, this right here is keeping you single. Oh!
Okay, we keep it up. it's understandable that he bugged out. Like, this is a governmental NPC, right? This is not a real human guy, so he just bugged out. The Matrix told him to be a white knight and a little slave, and he tried his best, but then his brain just collapsed.
He could be trolling.
Fighting neuron against the Matrix succumbed.
I think he's trolling.
But here we have, guys, a white knight in shining armor, alright, shield and weapon in hand. I'm gonna fight for women, guys. You bad boys, don't waste women's time, you evildoers. Alright, pal. Oh, you get them all. Nobody's getting pussy, guys, because this guy got it all, right? He got the guys on the pussy worldwide after this statement. Because, yeah, if you don't have the means to support women, you shouldn't be dating at all. 2 steps ahead of you, moron. 2 steps fucking ahead of you. Yeah, I'm not going on dates. You know why? Because I want to get robbed out of my resources for women I'm not going to see. And this guy's like, oh, I'm going to pay for them when I pursue a woman. You know, when I love a woman, I pursue her. And I
think he's
trolling. First and second and third day. And that's as far as he's ever gotten, because he's never gotten a 4th day. I'm going to just use him for his resources. Right, and then they dump his ass, and he doesn't even get to tap. And this is the mistake he makes, guys. When he sees he spent $300 on a date, and he'll never see the woman again. Alright? And the same mouth she used to eat your food is now choking on a dick from the guy she actually likes. Alright? So, hey, I mean, you choose your approach, guys. Do you want to be the white knights, right? Fucking prince guys on a white horse that save these women and are traditional? You do that. Let's see how many times it takes you and your stupid brain to understand that you're getting fucked by these women. You're out here trying to be moral. Alright? Women are not playing that game at all. Women are not being moral, guys. They will suck your resources and then dip out. They don't care. Alright? They're not little princesses, my man.
Nah.
Let's read some of the comments. I'll put the video playing in the background so you can still go off those again.
Alright. He be talking spicy. TikTok finally admits from 1 hour ago. Hold up. He's producing more videos. Kevin Samuels was right all along. TikTokers, I guess. Okay, so Kevin Samuels just hit TikTok. They probably, cause it was like ban. It was like banning that stuff. They like get rid of your account. The lick list problem. And the words on the video say, I hate. Oh, ick list. Oh. Okay. Yeah, I read that wrong. Okay. It's ick. I said lick. Okay. The L look like the L. Okay. Next video. His ex hid a secret for 20 years and it had an unexpected ending. Interesting. Who gave men the right to be happy? Since this has been a men-centered video, that's got like a good 100% chance. If you've been watching, you know what that means. Women aren't terrible. Terrified. I'm gonna watch all them videos. I'm gonna watch all these videos off stream. Which ones did we pick? Today's video pick brought to you by Lipton. I don't know how you playing the game. I guess you could take a shot if you chose incorrectly. Who gave men the right to be happy? Women are terrified of bachelor moments in 2026. Okay, let's watch it.
Welcome back to Chow Time Pods. Your host, Rhett. Yeah, from Man Reacts.
Accepted that I'm probably going to be single my whole life at this rate because every guy I think is cute apparently has like 5,000 other people on him. Body inflation is way too real. Everyone's got a ridiculous body.
As you should.
Bro, y'all can have them. I'm out. I'm good.
That's what you get for chasing the top 10% of men. The remaining 90% of men don't matter.
They really think that all men are like this because, again, like Man Reacts says,
we are.
See, it's like all they ever want.
Now it's either you become single or you join Chad's roster. It's you women's call to make now.
Roster them up.
Here's why most men won't date me. I think you just told us why, but let's see. Yeah, we got years old. We're 6 a.m. No, that's not the reason. I work up 7 days a week. No, I have way too many hobbies. No, I don't watch TV. No, I expect regular. No, inconsistently gives me. No, if someone hurts or disrespects me, I quiet me. But no, I love girls with it. No, I have a zero tolerance.
Bare minimum of basic relationship aspects. She thinks it's so crazy.
Policy for hot foot. No, I don't entertain cat and mouse games. No, if you spend a lot of time with me, I will convince you that you're capable of everything you've ever dreamed of. How could that be a no? I read you like a book. No, I'm in a different country at least once per quarter. Okay, there we go. Now you're saying the truth. That's a massive red flag. I am expensive. Also, you're a gold digger. You see, the last two for the actual reason that most men don't want to entertain a 30-year-old expensive woman. What's because I have a lot of hobbies? No, it's because you're a gold digging.
She gave 12 reasons and saved the real 2 for last. Typical American woman.
ladies, are grown men asking y'all for y'all Instagram? I mean, because I really want to know why men don't approach women anymore. I just need to know this. Now I'm a married woman, so this doesn't apply to me, but I'm sure the single women want to know.
Then why are you out here asking this? Like, I don't get it. Are you talking to single women? She's saying, oh, I think
She's trying to get back in the game.
Do you think or do you know?
She's trying to have a little
Yeah,
something
I
on the
just
slide.
in a social scene, which is rare. It's always usually this scenario: men with their friend groups on one side, women with their friend groups on one side, entertaining each other. Now, mind you, Atlanta is filled with attractive women, so usually when you go into these things, they're
Why
attractive.
does it always go to attractive women right off the rip? Never attractive men or good men. It's always the women are attractive. As long as the women are attractive, why aren't men doing anything?
Because women everywhere, but the men do not be bothered. Like,
most of the ninjas in Atlanta are a little limp wrist.
it's almost as if the women don't even exist.
Yep.
When I was coming up and you were going to the club, men were on your body. Like, they stayed in your face. They stayed hollering at you, trying to dance.
And punks were thirsty back in those days.
Something about that southern hospitality or something. Something about the southernness.
Talk to you, whatever. But what's happening in the climate today where men do not talk to women?
Keep watching TikTok, and you will find the answer to your question. But I think you already know the answer. You just don't want to accept that it's true. You women are not worth it anymore, period.
I just got back from a fun girls' night out. We basically celebrated my birthday, the holidays, and we're also vacation buddies. So I asked the girls, I said, okay, like, what trips are going to make it out of the group chat next year? What are we doing? Are we even getting boyfriends? And they all looked at me and said, fuck no. I don't know anybody who has a boyfriend on their vision board.
I don't think you qualify for one, girl.
No one wants to enter a relationship. No one has a goal to get a ring or be a bride in 2026. Nobody that I know. I could truly wonder what's going to happen to all the single men in 2026.
We don't do anything.
Are you not a single woman? It's just so funny. They don't see, like, you do know you're also in that same boat.
Yet we still get talked about every day. If you don't want a man, you shouldn't worry about us. Enjoy your golden girls. We men are doing just fine.
What happened to yearning? What happened to men that pursue? What happened to men being confident enough to make the first move? I feel like our generation is just so whacked out. Like, we're just all messed up. And I think with the phones, we're just so antisocial. Everything is just out of sorts, and it's not how it used to be. And I think it's a real shame that, like, the art of dating and, like,
women are just so clueless and unaware that they are the ones that changed the dynamics of dating. Right? It's not
The
that
bear.
men are only reciprocating what we have been receiving
Go
for the
date a
last
bear.
50 years.
yearning and pursuing is just dead. Like, I watch shows like Bridgerton, I'm like, oh my god, we will never have that again. It's just gonna get worse, and it's actually so sad. Especially dating apps just ruined it all.
I hate how pretentious those questions
Right.
are. What happened to women that were worth it? What happened to women that are actually feminine and worth all this effort? What happened
Women that want family and
to
kids.
feeling like a partner in your own relationship without having to do so much for the other person just to prove that you're a worthy partner? You women need to stop being entitled and reciprocate.
So who are we supposed to marry?
The average shorty stopped messing with the average ninja. Like, the average shorty is trying to get with the less than 1% of man. And, like, so is every other woman. So.
Men are gay. Like, seriously, this is not about, like, censoring men or anything, but, like, as a straight woman who wants a straight man and, like, create a life with, that's not something that's foreign. So I don't want to hear nothing about decensoring men, okay? I've been single for 3 years after a divorce and after a heartbreak from a nigga who really didn't have no business being in my space. So, this is not the decensoring conversation. The conversation is, again, who are the women supposed to marry if all the men are gay?
Men are gay
Stop calling us gay, and then you might actually get a man.
because they chose peace. Men are gay because they chose to enjoy their own company. When women don't get what they want from you, they call you sassy, gay, and princess. We men are used to it now.
We are.
Okay, men, black men especially, please answer me this. Why is it that many of y'all refuse to go to curated dating events? I'm talking about events where the vibes are already set, the ambiance is right, the music is good, the drinks are flowing. You're
Women are just too desperate and we don't want to deal with you.
basically guaranteed to meet somebody who's actually interested in you and
You're not.
serious about dating. You're pretty much set up to win. Conversation starters and prompts so there's no awkward silence. It's a bit of a structured experience and maybe a little turn up afterward. But my question is it that dating events like this require a certain type of intention and vulnerability, and the patriarchy taught you that pursuing connection with effort somehow makes you less masculine or something? Because the patriarchy told y'all that you're supposed to just stumble into love and not actually prepare for it? Because
It's a room full of leftover women. It's like, what's wrong with them? They can't, you a woman. Like, all you gotta do is be a woman. You can't find a man. Nah.
you see how that's turning out. The women are doing the work. They're showing up, they're investing, they're trying something.
It's got a bad smell to it.
Yeah, because the women are desperate. They're desperate for men. That's why you're putting in the work. You're barely doing it now.
Different stepping out of their comfort zone, taking risks. Isn't risk taking a part of masculinity too? So what is it really? Is it the event itself or the unlearning the patriarchy part?
It's a fucking humiliation ritual.
That's what it is.
Also, why does everything come down to a knock on our masculinity? The concept doesn't appeal to me. Why can't men do what they want to do without somebody shaming them every damn day?
Most men just want to know they can. They will ask you for your number just to see if you will give it to them. They will DM you just to see if you will reply. They will ask you on a date just to see if you are willing to go with them. They have no.
I mean, that's the whole point. And you,
They're not doing it. They trying to smash. They trying to clap the toaster strudel. What do you just messaging you to be messaging you?
reply, and then we might have something. If you don't, then I move on. What the fuck is
Trying to toss you up like a salad, bro.
What is this?
True intention of actually pursuing you or doing right by you. They just want to know they can. They just want to know they can have access to you. They just want to know they can talk to you. They just want to know they can sleep with you so you can stroke their bitch ass fragile.
Go there.
The common denominator is you. You need to start choosing better men that don't play games. Check your friend zone and pick the man that actually gives a fuck about you.
This makes sense to me. I'm talking to a guy from Rhino who just moved to Chicago. We talk about how we love coffee shops. I say my favorite coffee shop. He's out of town. He comes back, I think 3-4 days later into town. The very next morning, he goes to the coffee shop without me to get a coffee.
Men's likes coffee. Lipton. So now every time I get a coffee, I gotta get a coffee with you. Or the man just needed some wake up juice.
I'm so confused. Like, didn't you want to ask me on a date there? Like, why would you just think? I don't understand. I'm just so confused. Why would you go to my favorite coffee shop
What's that?
Because you recommended it.
I seen you there.
Women are so clueless and just so desperate. Like, they think men are that desperate to be around them anymore. It's like, no, we don't care. We really don't.
You said like, oh my god, there's somebody, I'm on my way there, I'm gonna be there soon. He's like, oh, okay, well I'm gonna leave. And I'm like,
It's giving me heavy narcissistic vibes.
I'm just, man.
Red flag.
Because he wanted coffee, and he's busy. It's not that difficult to understand.
Right.
If you really want
Like,
it,
the world doesn't revolve around you, ladies. It revolves around us men.
you should ask him out.
So I have a question, and this is a genuine question. I'm not asking for a friend, asking, I am the friend. Are people getting asked out on dates in real life? Because it literally just occurred to me, I was in Sainsbury's, and there was a guy next to me, and I thought, oh, like, how cute would it be if he was asking me out? And then I honestly realised that I don't think, I literally can't remember the last time I've been asked out, and I actually think in London I've probably been asked out in real life like twice in the whole time I've been here, and I've been here for like a really long time. I also don't have guys slide into my DMs. I've got people that I've never met before that live in different countries spamming me with nice stuff, which if that is you, thank you, because that is a confidence boost I needed in my day. But like, I don't actually have people that maybe I've met or friend of a friend or someone that lives in the area being like, hey, random, would you like to have a drink? Like, is this happening to other people, or is it just me that's...
I mean, your voice is a little annoying. That may be part of it. Just saying, you know me, guys. The voices are kind of important.
Every day we see new videos coming out from women, warning us not to approach them or look in their direction. We are just moving with the times. You can't blame us for not wanting to get in trouble. It is what it is.
This is where I feel frustrated, is where I just think that it just doesn't make sense to me how women are not being asked out on dates. Like, there are so many beautiful women, like, come on, like, just shoot your shot. But a lot of the things that the guys are telling me, and these were guys from the ages of, like, 19 to 40, was like, no, we don't want to intimidate women. If we see them on the street, like, we'll cross the road so they feel safe, and we don't want to come across creepy. So I do see that, obviously, culture has really, like, removed this from the man. It's kind of like the art of the chase. And then that, I think, in effect, is making more men passive.
The art is the chase. Why on earth would we chase a woman that's running from us? The chase is a game. We men are done playing games.
This is very true. A chase is the game itself.
Play stupid games, win stupid prizes. Those days are over.
Why aren't men making the first move anymore? Why should they? Men and women are equal, right? So that means equal rights and equal responsibilities.
That's the bear.
That includes dating.
But that's literally your job.
Says who? Oh, wait, it's some of those individuals that want traditional gender roles to be enforced in certain situations, but absolutely not in others.
It's your responsibility to show the initial interest. It's your job to go get the girl's number, to go tell her that you're interested.
Whenever I hear takes like this, where it's a woman emphasizing that it's solely the man's responsibility to approach the woman and initiate contact for the beginnings of a relationship, I often wonder, is that just some way of indicating that they're not being approached? Pretty could be.
You're afraid of getting rejected. Be a man, grow up.
Anyone else find it
All the shorties that shot at me got everything that they wanted.
just a tad bit funny that there are some women out there that want men to act like men, only in so much as it serves their purpose. But when it doesn't, they call men acting like men reprehensible.
Our job is to approach. We men quit that job when feminism happened.
Yeah, I'm really trying not to crash out right now, but I'm actually really pissed. Matched with this guy on Hinge. He's really chatty, funny, playful. Asked for my number. We were gonna go out tomorrow night, right? Text me, hey, here's my Instagram. Click if you want to. So I look him up on Instagram. It's private, so I click follow. Go back to Hinge. Unmatch me. I was like, oh, that's weird. Like maybe.
It's so he can see your. It's so he can see your Instagram.
Or you were just transferring you off a Hinge into an Instagram follower. Come on, bro. You know the move. You know the move. Traffic.
Because he already has my number. And then I'm like, I'm gonna go see if he like accepted my follow request. Block on Instagram. So how is that supposed to make me feel? Like I know I'm like looking into it. Like maybe he's just not interested. But I'm like, did he look at my Instagram and think I was ugly? Like.
Or thought you was a little fast one.
I am really having a hard time dating, and I don't know how to like make that not about me because
it is about you though.
That really hurt my feelings. Like what?
He just didn't like what he saw, and there's nothing wrong with that.
It doesn't mean he didn't like your looks or something. He just might not like your lifestyle or what you post.
It happens to men all the time.
It does.
Vibe is right. Chick is replying fast. Next thing you know, she's unmatched with you. You don't see us crying about it.
That's all women do is come on the internet and complain. Most of our videos are just women complaining, and that's people laugh. Please subscribe, comment below. I really appreciate that.
We could go back to one of the videos. Neither one of the videos was spitting to rehash it. Okay, we can finish up a little more.
It sucks.
Couldn't agree more, and I'm sure you're going to enlighten us as to why.
I love that. The fact that men no longer court women.
Again, I 100% agree, and there's a reason for that, and I'm willing to bet you're going to share with us what you think those reasons are. I'm also willing to bet that whatever you think the reasons are aren't even remotely close to the actual reasons why.
Men no longer pursue women the way they used to. Think about the way that Noah pursued Ali the second he saw. That literally doesn't happen anymore. Maybe like 5% of the time.
Now, I have to admit, it's been a while since I made my way through that god-awful movie, but her referencing it proves once again that women live and breathe in fantasies, and because she loved what she saw in that movie, she's now decided that that's the way it's always been, at least up until now. Every man has pursued women in exactly the same way as what happened in that movie. Well, I hate to break it to you, darling, but that's not even remotely close to reality.
So these are my theories as to why the dating seems like that. First of all, I think that the music we've listened to growing up has really affected this. I think that rap music has had such a negative impact.
Nowadays, they want to brainwash women into thinking that men are the prize. You know, get a man so that you can live this type of life, and get a man so you can get a Chanel bag and be on a yacht tomorrow. First of all, and you know why they want to brainwash us into thinking that that's what we need to do.
It's not too many women that buy yachts. I think most yachts are male-owned. If we put up the statistics, it'd probably be like 97% male-owned yachts.
Because they know how powerful women are, and they know if we have that mindset and that mentality,
women just show up to the yachts.
That we don't think that we don't need a man, right? We decenter men. We become detached and we focus on our goals and becoming the highest version of ourselves. When you do that, the amount of blessings and the type of men that you attract are so like easy. They like come like flies, baby. So many options, so many opportunities. You're not focused on one man and one end all be all. I gotta get a man so that I can be who I am trying to be in this lifetime. It's to put God first, to to align yourself with your goals and your vision. And in doing that, you become the best version of yourself and the most beautiful version of yourself that you are.
Raising Cane.
Lipton. I'm drinking some. You drink some. Then we'll be drinking some. Yeah.
Brainwash women into thinking men were the prize. If anything, other women do that to other women. They tell women how to target rich men to try and get an exquisite lifestyle and leech off the man's back, treating a relationship like a business transaction rather than a human connection. This whole high-value dating culture is a prime example of women centering men under the guise of luxury and standard setting. They spend all their time teaching other women how to dress, speak, and act specifically to attract a certain type of man, which is the literal definition of centering your entire existence around the male gaze. It's a massive contradiction to talk about decentering while simultaneously viewing a man's bank account as your only path to a better life. These influencers are effectively telling women that their own work, their own dreams, and their own independence don't matter as much as finding a provider to fund their aesthetic. They package this as female empowerment, but it's actually just a rebranded version of gold digging that keeps women dependent on a man's whims.
Call me crazy, but I think if you want to decenter men, you have to stop being a man hater. And hear me out while I explain to you my thought process with this, okay? If you hate anything, you feel very strongly towards it. If you want to truly be unbothered and truly decenter something, you have to be unattached to it, and hate doesn't fit into the equation if you're actually unattached. So if you really think about it, it doesn't make sense to be a man hater. It doesn't mean that you have men decentered. Actually, you're probably the center of your world if you hate them. So it doesn't mean that you should be naive or delusional. It just means that like if you hate, that's a strong word. That's a really strong word, and it probably means that you care a lot. So that's just my take. Please don't come at me.
Ladies, if you want a husband, you must change your natural habitat. Let's start with the year 2026, and let me break it down for you. January, we are in Dubai for the Ultra Luxury Week in Maison et Objet in Paris. If he's not there, he's budgeting. In February, we are in Miami for the
Everything about
International
this woman
Social
is
and
fake.
events in Munich, diamonds everywhere. Literal bit figurative. March, we are in Monaco for the summer.
Right, never heard her
This
voice.
month, screen offshore accounts. April, we are back in Dubai for the boat show. ILTM Africa in Cape Town. The Salone del Mobile in Milan. 3 cities. One back Belty. May is the ILTM in Sao Paulo. Private Luxury Suite in Croatia. The FT Luxury Summit in Puglia. A world tour of tax brackets. June, we are in Aspen for the food and wine classics. Of course, the Monaco Yacht Show. The rich men, they get hungry and they sail. Follow accordingly. July, the Sun Valley Conference. James Lyons. Singapore to Wimbledon in London. Playing Sanskrit and standards. In August, the Monaco Yacht Times. In Ibiza, VIP.
I like it in London.
September is the World Cup final in New York City. And of course, the Singapore Grand Prix. The fans are rich. The drivers are richer. In October, it's the Watches and Wonders in Geneva. Design Shanghai. If he loves watches, he has money. Period. November is the Luxury Americas in West Hollywood. The Dubai Air Show. Everyone here owns at least one jet. December, we're back in Miami for the Art Basel. Near Aspen Holidays. Your future husband, I will see for my fact. Go and find him.
I mean, this isn't surprising at all. Another woman advising other women to chase rich husbands to give them a life that they cannot give themselves. This is the ultimate irony of the modern empowerment movement. It tells women to be strong and independent, while simultaneously teaching them that their greatest asset is their ability to secure a man's resources. By framing a rich husband as a mandatory lifestyle upgrade, she is effectively telling her audience that they aren't capable of building wealth or finding success on their own terms. It's a message of helplessness wrapped in a designer bow, suggesting that a woman's ceiling is determined by the man she manages to trap. The reality is, many women fall for this advice, and many are always left disappointed when they can't secure that man. They buy into the fantasy that there's a shortcut to a life of luxury, only to find out that the high-value men they've been told to hunt are either non-existent or have no interest in being a human ATM for someone who views them as a project.
It's the Philly Phil Twitch Show, Philly Phil Twitch Show, Philly Phil Twitch Show. I'm Philly Phil. This is a Twitch show. No recap. Thursday, we got some notes. What's the score? We're like 2-0. We're keeping the streak. Will it be 3? Will I take a note? Most likely. Recap, I don't remember nothing from these videos. Nothing really stood out. Nothing I want to hash. A lot of men centering around these decentering men videos.
And I'm not being moral, guys.
Oh yeah, couple seconds. One whole minute. All right, let's go with the spicy ninja. See if he's talking that ish.
They will suck your resources and then dip out. They don't care. Alright, they're not little princesses, my man. But anyway, let's read some of the comments. I'll put the video playing in the background so you can slip off those again. Oh my hell. Anyway, you split the bill with your friends, not your dates. Another one says, bring back yearning and calling. Oh, yearning and calling, guys. For the modern women, right? Bring back yearning, guys. Bring back calling. Am I right, fellas? It's just so worth it. I'm confused. Why are people viewing a potential relationship as a transaction? I mean, I don't know. Ask women. Ask women. Why do they choose to date transactionally when they have all the power to date for love? I don't know. Probably because they're superficial games. 17 years together, my husband still pays for every single day. Yeah, he's your husband though. You see, that's different. He's your husband. I'm all up for husbands paying. You know, they have their own thing, they have their own agreements. But paying for a woman, guys, you're dating, come on, you're probably never gonna see her again.
You're never gonna see her again. All right, that's probably a minute.